guilty, and as usual, Ms. Coulter is getting a lot of publicity, engaging in lively debates. So she went on The View today, and even before she came out, the ladies were alarmed while reading her book.
Various half-black celebrities insist on representing themselves simply as black, the better to race bait their way to success.
She's speaking as though she has had some experience with this kind of knowledge. To me, this is just, you know, bull.
Well, soon after that, Ms. Coulter did come out and face the fire.
We are not attacking you. You wrote something provocative.
Read aloud like you're reading Mein Kampf, and I just did.
Can I just read a section aloud?
Yes, okay? And read it like you're reading Mein Kampf again.
I don't think I did that.
I think you did. You spat out the words when I wasn't sitting here.
I don't appreciate the way you're talking to her. I mean, nobody is attacking you. You didn't have to talk to her.
I wasn't here.
You sort of just did like two great put-downs in one sentence. I want to reiterate. Nobody was putting down or attacking you.
Look, you're claiming that I was basing it on personal experience. I was not basing it on personal experience.
The question, were you?
Halle Berry's Academy Award acceptance speech went on and on about how she was doing it for the blacks. That is identifying with her black father. I'm talking about what they do and say in public.
You can't take it, can you? You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
All right, they were talking about Halle Berry there. They got lost because she's, I guess, half black and half white. I don't even know. With us now, Fox News analyst Ellis Hennigan. So, you know, I had Ann Coulter on here last week. We had a spirited debate. Ms. Coulter does get defensive at times, and perhaps with good reason. But that wasn't a lot of fun on The View.
My ears still hurt, honestly.
Yeah, that wasn't a lot of fun.
It's like 5 hosts, everybody yelling at each other. I didn't like any of them watching that, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I didn't like the ambush before she came out. And if you're going to have a guest,
yeah, you don't
sit
have to,
there and let's go at it. You
don't poison the well before the person
I mean,
comes out.
before I came out tonight, you didn't tell people I'm a jerk.
Yeah, but they know that already.
No, you and I go back and forth. I mean, and I was nice to you in the green room. Okay?
Did you just miss that?
I was nice to you.
All right, look. The bigger question is, can a person like Ann Coulter, a conservative who attacks the left, that's what she does, all right, get a fair shake on any of these programs, the Today Show, The Factor, The View, because she is such a hot button? Can she get a fair shake?
You know, I don't feel sorry for her. I don't feel sorry for any of them.
That's not the question. Can she get a fair shake?
She will get a provocative shake, which is about the fair shake that she digs out. Is it completely fair, reasoned dialogue? Absolutely not. It's an upheaval.
If she can't get a fair shake, and we all know why she goes on, because she sells books.
Sells books, and it works.
And she's woman enough to take the fire
and
give it right back.
I mean, this is what she does.
But if that weasel Al Franken goes out on The View or on any place else, he does the exact same thing, or did, in even a worse tone than Ann Coulter. He gets a pass. What is that all about?
You know, it depends where you go.
Oh, no.
It depends.
This is the mainstream media.
There are people who get treated one way on one network, a different way on a different network.
Tell me one network or mainstream program that challenged Franken beside us.
You go on to talk radio right now, and every single one of them does.
Mainstream media, not talk radio.
Well, it depends.
And he had his own talk radio network backing him up.
And he got that.
You tell me one network news program or entertainment program that challenged Franken.
He would get a far tougher time on the Fox News channel, and Ann would get a much tougher time on, I don't know, MS or something.
Now you're not being honest.
That's absolutely honest.
The deck is stacked against a Coulter or even an O'Reilly when I go out.
And this might surprise you, but I want him to give her an hour of show every single night, because the more she talks, the base loves it, but every time she opens her mouth, it convinces more people that I'm right.
You're right about what?
Because almost everything she says, because it's mean, it's personal, it's nasty.
But
it helps the left to have her talk.
You saw the interview with her, right?
I did, yeah.
All right. Now, it was
balanced, I would say.
It was intense, but it wasn't mean-spirited.
No.
Now, she puts forth that she's a satirist, like Jonathan Smith.
Oh, that's an excuse when you say something you can't defend.
How do you know that she's not a satirist? She sells a lot of books. She's satirizing the left. How do you know? Why are you dismissing that?
Well, you know what? Because she makes personal and direct charges against often weak people. Now we're beating up on single moms, you know. Most people, not Ann, most people think that's a little cruel.
Well,
and the more she says that, the more people are going to not like what she's saying and going to be drawn to the opposite side of the political spectrum.
But the fact of the matter is that Ann Coulter or O'Reilly or any kind of person deemed by the mainstream media not to be liberal gets a much tougher time. That's true. They get a much tougher time. I'll give you the last word.
Well, listen. It's a tough kitchen. The heat is high in there, and if you can't handle the polemics of it, you shouldn't go. And especially
the polemics.
You should. Well, this is rhetoric. This is polemics. This isn't Sunday school.
Well,
this is people
Coulter
yelling at each other on
the rhetoric.
television.
I think she's proven that time and time again.
And you know what? You can, and I think I can, and we're all big boys and girls here.
Okay, but there is something wrong when one side of the spectrum, even extreme, is treated one way, and the extreme other side is not.
Come to talk.
That's the point.
Come to talk radio with me sometime. I'll give you a tour of that. Huh?
That's fine.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Ellis, I want you just to slap on the headphones and listen to Air America.
You only want to see with one eye.
No,
my
I see the
friend.
whole.
One eye.
I see the whole thing. Okay. Can we electrocute Ellis, please? When we come right back. And on the Tyra Banks program, two girls, one 14, the other 16, explain why they want to get pregnant.
I love babies. I'm around them all the time. So I know how hard it is to change their diapers and feed them and clean up after them. And baby showers are really cute and adorable. They have all the cute little games and you get so many presents.
I want to have a baby because I'm in love with my ex-boyfriend and I think it'll bring us closer together. And I'm really sure that I really want this. Jamie Lynn just had a baby, so why can't I?
With us now, Culture Warriors, Dr. Monica Crowley and Margaret Hoover. You know, this is sad and it's dangerous too, because these girls have babies and they can't take care of them. I'm sorry, no 14 or 16-year-old can take care of a baby. We saw this in Gloucester High School up in Massachusetts, where despite the denials, it was absolutely true. There were girls banding together to try to get pregnant. So what do you think about this?
Look, as women are either in control of their sexuality or they're victims of their sexuality. These girls are victims of their sexuality because they have no self-esteem. They're looking for self-esteem in all of the wrong places because they haven't learned that they have value to add other than spreading their legs.
What do you think?
Well, when I look at these girls, there's so much, it breaks my heart to see this because there's no either cultural guidance and there's no parental guidance. I mean, the fact that these girls are getting bombarded with cultural signals, Jamie Lynn Spears, she's 14, she's pregnant, she's going to have a baby and it's okay. That on top of the fact that there's nobody, it seems like there's nobody in their lives, Bill. No parents, no adult supervision.
Yeah, why would a parent allow their daughter, 14 and 16, to go on a national program
and also,
say that
you know
stuff?
what, values and morals, but also a sense of their own future that would give them hope beyond having a baby at 15.
The big thing, though, is to have a societally consistent standard for teen pregnancy. Babies having babies is never a good idea, whether you're Bristol Palin or Jamie Lynn Spears. It's bad across the board.
But you don't see that because that's a moral judgment that secular progressives will not make. So you never see that. That's what Monica's talking about.
And
you don't get it in school. See, in every health class or sex class, whatever they're doing in school, the teachers should say, you know, you don't have a baby unless you can support the baby. That means you have money, a job, a husband. You don't do that. That's wrong. It's bad for society. You think they say that in public school, Hoover?
Of course they don't. And you know what was interesting?
What do you mean, of course they don't? Why don't they?
They don't say it in public schools because they're not parenting. Because teachers have teachers unions.
Oh, they're not parenting, but they'll give you birth control.
Well, you know what, though? We do need to get away from this bipolar system that it's either abstinence or adoption either. I mean, birth control is not a bad
You said, of course,
here.
they don't say it, they're not parenting, and then, but they'll give you birth control. See, what it is, no, it's a philosophy that has now dominated American education.
Yes.
That we're not going to tell you what to do, even if it harms you and another human being, the baby, because, you know, only conservatives do that.
And it's not our job. And we don't want to be stepping on the parents' toes because, again, I get back to the parents. The parents over the last couple of decades have made such a fuss over not wanting school authorities, teachers to go in and do their job. And so teachers have backed off because they don't want to be criticized for stepping on the toes.
No judgmental value education.
Exactly.
Now, I got to move on.